What's good, Audiotree lovers? It's me, Psalm 1, global hip hop treasure and Michelin-starred yapper, back with another session, and today is Monday, April 14th, 2025. For my people subscribed to the channel, we know we love each other and we're all good, but if you're new around here, smash that button. More subs equal more great bands pulling up, and while you're at it, follow us on those music apps like Spotify. Don't be stingy. Just go on and do it and bless us right quick. And who do we have in studio today? We got some big boy punk / emo in studio today with Heart to Gold, straight out of Minneapolis. Some bands sound the same and some bands turn the familiar on its ear, creating something truly special in the process. This trio does just that. And as a former Twin Cities resident, I'm very excited for this session. So please welcome, ladies, and gentlemen, Heart to Gold. Hey everybody, I consider myself an extremely smart person, but there's something that confuses me a lot over here at Audiotree. 88% of our viewership is not subscribed to the channel, and that's like crazy to me. So I need a favor from you. If you watch the videos and you love the videos and you're not subscribed, please, it's a free and simple way to support the channel. Just hit that subscribe button. And when you do that, we promise you that we will continue to build this channel out, bring you the best bands, listen to your feedback, honestly, bring the bands that you want to see more here at Audiotree. So make sure you sub up and we can continue to make this the best music channel on YouTube. Yes, yes, we are here with Jim, Grant, and Blake, better known as Heart to Gold. Hi, how y'all doing today?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. We're so happy you made it. That last song was my jam, so thank you so much for playing it. Just great moments, and the little details really like make it. The music video to Can't Feel Me has some heartwarming tour footage. Who was behind the camera for most of it, and what's up with that extendo version, the 14-minute boy?
Oh, okay. So big, blessed, and special shout out to Dylan. He's our best friend. He's our unofficial fourth member of the band. He did the video. It's magic. That was on a tour that we were with. It was like a bigger tour for us, so There were a lot of hijinks and antics, and the extended version was the original video because we had a history of doing tour videos with Dylan, but the label that we were working with wanted a shorter music video, and so but we didn't want to erase all of Dylan's hard work, so then we were just like, let's just put out the extended version, and people can have both.
Yeah, it's super heartwarming. It's got everything: parasailing, van washes. You know.
Did we go skydiving in that one?
Oh yeah.
Was it skydiving or parasailing? Which
we skydove.
The world may never know.
Yeah, right. So what's better on the road, hijinks or shenanigans?
Oh, well.
Everyone say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Shenanigans.
We might have to spin the thing again. Like
I gotta leave.
We got the spinner.
2 out of 3.
I saw somebody jumping rope outside before load-in. What other kinds of physical activity have y'all done to keep the blood flowing and all those like long trips?
Well, we always bring skateboards. Dylan and I love to skate. Blake and Jim can also skate. They're probably a little bit smarter about skateboarding because they don't.
I don't like getting hurt.
Right,
they don't get hurt. And but Jim and Blake love to hit the gym. I know that Blake goes on like great runs. We love to go swimming in the ocean when we can. Yeah, we're just always trying to be active. It helps everything when you're active.
For sure. So this latest tour has been enlightening, or at least I saw a post saying that. So what's been sort of the more enlightening things that you've discovered on this particular tour run?
Like seeing the album come to fruition and like people enjoying the music that we made is really, really cool.
Yeah, the baby being born, out in the world doing the things.
Exactly.
Your Chicago stop was the last stop on the tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played there last night.
Yeah, do you find the end of tour to be bittersweet, or are you like a little delulu and ready to go back home?
It changes every single time. I think we're all a little bit ready to go home because this position as like a quote-unquote headliner is like it's a lot of work, and I think that we've just been working a lot, and it's we're not burnt out. We could go for months continuously, but yeah, it's going to be exciting to go home and hang with our animals and with our people, and yeah, but Chicago was the best way to end it, right? Like Chicago was sick to us. All these shows have been just like insanely beautiful.
Nice. And you've got a homecoming show planned, correct?
We do. We're going to play at a legendary skate park in Minnesota called Third Layer that we're connected with, and it's a very, very special event.
Nice. As far as small venues, right, thinking about like a band on the come up, what are some of the dope small venues that you kind of love and kind of came up in the Twin Cities?
I love Turf Club.
Yeah.
7th Street. There's a bunch of new ones like popping up, like Pillar and
Underground music venue.
Underground,
for sure.
yeah.
Right.
They have 2 rooms, so it kind of caters to
different sizes.
Any size of fan.
Flying
you know?
V, like a hardcore venue.
Yeah, there's always like stuff popping in and out just because I feel like the college campuses in Minnesota go crazy, and there's always like a new house venue or something working out, and then a lot of those people like find their position in music or the industry or whatever, and they want to like come together and make a new space happen. So, but yeah, I feel like we named a good amount.
Yeah, for
I'm sure we're forgetting some.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That was a good list, and there's no shortage of just great talent in the Twin Cities. So, yeah, that makes sense that a lot of good ones are popping up. Touring is more challenging than ever these days. You mentioned that a little bit already. If there's one thing you can change about touring in 2025, what would it be?
No drives from Salt Lake City to Denver overnight. You know, that's a huge thing, and I bet the thumb reactions might go up with this one because that is so true, and it's so hard and difficult and dangerous to do. So yeah, no Salt Lake City to Denver overnight drives.
Got to change that routing.
10 p.m. show over.
Nice. By 11, back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Everybody backline everything.
Yeah, those are good things. Hopefully, maybe one day they can become a reality.
Yes.
Let-
Change.org. That's
Yeah,
next.
right. We start the petition right now. Let's get back into the music.
Thank you. Sail away.
Yes, we just heard Blow Up the Spot, a sweet little ditty by none other than Heart to Gold. So that was a jam on your latest album, Free Help. Um, so the album title I read was Conceived While Stranded. Can you tell me a little bit more about this situation? I mean, clearly got out of it.
Yeah, so we were on tour, and let me preface this by saying that we think we were all sabotaged because every single band on that tour, their van ended up dying. But we were a little outside of Savannah, Georgia, when we pulled up to Darien, Georgia, and our van, like our transmission was 100% like cut. And then so we had no way out, and we were waiting on like some rentals, and we had some label friends, like, you know, when we have a real issue, we'll hit up some more notable people and just be like, hey, do you know what we should do right now? We've never had to deal with this. But yeah, we were waiting for rental cars, and then we were at this hotel. This guy gave us some gas. He let us hang there like all day, all night. He gave us a free room. But we went to a KFC like across the street or right next to the hotel, and our friend Wyatt was just joking at one point, and he was like, you know, what we could do to, you know, make the time go by is we could hold up a sign that says free help. And I was eating something, and I was like, wait a second. Like, that is a good name, and that can mean so many different things. So
Yeah, because I was like, when is help ever really free, you know? But that's the cynical part of me.
music.
Yeah, very true. Will Yip produced this last record. And so did the live sessions, that EP you did, did that come first? Or you were there and then you kind of like just hit it off with Will? And
Yeah, so we had our second album, Tom,
Mhm.
Recorded and mastered, and we played a comeback show is what I would call it, and I was going through some like injury arm stuff, and the pandemic was just starting to lighten up a little bit to where you saw people doing shows. So we played the show. We had this new album, and a clip from that show, like just some crowd activity while we were playing, went like like viral, if that's what you want to call it, on Twitter. And we woke up in the morning to some messages from Will, and he was like, hey, I just back you. Like, I like, this reminds me of what I got into when I was younger, and this is really cool. And we were just like, can we send you our new album just to see what you think, you know? And he proceeded to just be like, hey, like, if nobody's biting on this, like, I'd be willing to help you out with that. And
Yeah,
then they put out Tom, and then that
Yeah.
was like the steamroll to do the full record with him. And those sessions came out after we put out Tom. So it was like, that's when we actually first met them, is when we went and did those acoustic sessions. And yeah.
Well, it was pretty magical stuff. So Tom, I heard in a previous interview you said Tom was your fake Fall Out Boy album. And
Can't you tell?
a lot of people really love the project, myself included. What fake album is Free Help, or is it all of you?
Title fight.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I can't get that out of there. No.
Cut it.
Nobody can replace that band. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Unequivocally us.
Yeah.
I feel like every song kind of had a different, like, band or genre that it was trying to emulate in a way. Like, Can't Feel Me, we were like, that's our Pine Grove song. And then, like, TNT, that was like our Hotline TNT song. Like, that's why we called it TNT. And I feel like whatever we're listening to at the time comes out in the music that we're making. Like, not even purposefully. It's just like, oh, that kind of sounds like this vibe.
Sure. I mean, inspiration is just that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of how we named the song Tiger's Jaw, because it was just like, it sounded like a Tiger's Jaw rip, and we don't want anybody to get anything like mixed up. Like, we are taking direct influence from so many different things, and we would rather give like them kudos than try and like pass it off as like something completely separate or brand new. Like, we are very much so like influenced by so many different musicians, and like if there's anything that I can do or that we can do to like support those musicians is like amplify the stuff that they've already done that influenced us. So some people might think it's kind of weird, but I love it.
Nah, I don't think it's weird. I mess with your band quite a bit, so yeah. You strike me as very grounded musicians. I don't know if you're acting or whatever, but how far off am I? And how do you stay grounded if you actually agree with that? Like, what kind of personal ethos do you carry with you through all these tours and as things are ramping up for your band?
Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, support one another, give people the time of day that you would want. And you might be a little mixed up because I don't know how grounded I am, but like when I'm with these guys, I feel things that I couldn't feel with any other people. So I love them, and they help me stay grounded. Each other, community, friendship.
Yeah, those are the things right there to help you stay grounded. And 2025 is already shaping up to be a big year for y'all. Are you writing new stuff, thinking about the next project? Like, what's the mission for the rest of the year, and what are you really excited about?
I guess that's the first time I've ever heard somebody say something like that to us. But we just did this tour. We do have, we have a lot of new music. And I think that we're going to take some time to craft some of that once we get home and figure something else out. And we don't really have anything on the books, so we're just excited to be.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you come off tour, that's when you get that inspiration and you can like kind of write about your experiences, which I know you talked about in previous interviews before. So yeah.
Yeah, touring is a beautiful, difficult thing at times, and find yourself the right people, and it'll be a breeze, and you'll love it.
Great advice. Well, let's get into the last song.
Thank you.
Totally reassured that we'll always be insecure. You and me can stop growing up anytime that we want.
A massive thank you to Heart to Gold for joining us today. And as always, major love to our camera ops, engineers, dogs, editors, and artists here at Audiotree, spreading the gospel of live music. These cuties are finishing up an album release tour right now and will surely be down the road in the future. So make sure you get tickets when they're in your area. Go to their Bandcamp and buy stuff like this great shirt right here. Just support because you love great tunes and we all want you to have them. And like I always say, baby dolls, likes are good, but subscribing to Audiotree means you get these dope videos at the top of your feed as soon as they drop. Get cool merch at audiotree.shop. And if you want just the session audio, you can get it on the streaming things like Apple Music. Finally, follow Audiotree on social media for more fun content. I'm Psalm 1 signing off. And remember, y'all, stay dangerous and drive safe. Please. All right. Peace.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?